This is TCI Ed Puzzle page 30, Patterns of Change. Some of the most unusual rock formations on Earth can be found in southern Utah. Nicknamed goblins by the locals, these eerie structures look like tall rock bodies with rock heads on top. What processes created these odd sculptures? Are they only located in southern Utah, or are there more in other places? It turns out these natural structures, called hoodoos, occur in a number from Alberta, Canada to Wairarapa, New Zealand. The photos show hoodoos from Italy, Utah, and Serbia. What makes all of these different rock formations hoodoos? A hoodoo is a pillar of rock ranging from about 1.5 meters, so that's about 5 feet, to 45 meters tall, usually with a rock cap at the top. All of these rock formations share this shape. How do hoodoos form? They form by the processes of weathering and erosion. The rock at the top of a hoodoo is more resistant to weathering than the rock below, so it protects the part of the formation directly below it from being eroded as quickly. Hoodoos can take millions of years to form. If you were to visit these formations today, and then again a year from now, they would probably look the same. The formations may appear stable because the changes that are happening are too small and too slow to observe in such a short period of time. However, sometimes hoodoos undergo fast changes. At some point, a pillar will become so thin it can no longer support the boulder on top, and the boulder will topple to the ground. All those small, slow changes will have added up to one big sudden change that is hard to miss. This picture shows hoodoos in Italy, in Utah, and in Serbia. They can take anywhere from thousands to millions of years to form. They are always weathering and eroding, but the process occurs too slowly to notice. Everything will eventually cause a big sudden change when the narrow pillars get too narrow and then they can't support the big boulder on top and suddenly they will collapse. This stone arch formed as wind, water, and gravity acted over long periods of time to weather and erode the rock below it. The rock is still eroding today and will continue to do so in the future. In the distant future, the arch will collapse completely. Although hoodoos occur in different locations and are made of different types of rock, they all formed the same way. That is why they look so similar. These similar formations provide evidence that the same natural processes, in this case weathering and erosion, act the same way everywhere on Earth. Water, wind, and gravity break down rocks into smaller and smaller pieces and transport them to new locations. These processes shape and change Earth's surface. Just as the same processes happen in different places, they happen the same way across time, whether yesterday or a million years ago or 1,000 years into the future. For example, gravity's role in weathering, erosion, and deposition is the same today as it was billions of years ago, and it will continue to be this way in the future as well. The same is true for many other natural processes, including the influences of water and wind on rock. Scientists have a name for this principle. Uniformitarianism is the idea that any natural process we can observe today happened in the same way in the past and will also happen in the same way in the future. Scientists sum up this principle with the simple phrase, observing the present is the key to understanding the past.